Hello everyone and welcome to online English class. This is level 1, lesson 15, which starts on May 27th. This is part 1. In this video, we're going to do the warm-up and Unit 9, Lesson D. You are probably watching this video between May 25th and June 7th. This video was filmed on May 20th, 2020. So let's start with the warm-up. Today is Wednesday. Remember, the word Wednesday is spelled Wednesday, but we pronounce it Wednesday. Wednesday. The date is May 20th, 2020. The month is May. The date is the 20th. The year is 2020. So let's do the weather. So right now it is Wednesday at 3 p.m. So it's Wednesday afternoon. The weather right now is cloudy and the temperature is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. At the bottom we have the temperature range. We have the high temperature and the low temperature. So today, the temperature is between 53 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so the weather is cloudy. Today, the temperature range is from 53 to 60. From 53 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, the temperature is 57 degrees. I'm going to say it feels cold. Yesterday we talked about the past. The past tense of to be was. Yesterday, the weather was cloudy. Well, yesterday the weather was rainy, actually. Tomorrow's the future. The future, we say, the weather will be. So let's look at the weather tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday. The weather on Thursday is partly cloudy. So tomorrow, the weather will be partly cloudy. Okay, so now we work on Lesson D, reading. Lesson D is on page 116. Page 116. So here we have a message. When we have a message, we have two names. The name at the top is for who the message is for. So this message is to Karen. It's for Karen. The name at the bottom is the person who is writing the message. So Lucas. Lucas is the person who is writing the message. So this message is from Lucas to Karen. Karen. Okay, so this is a message about the chores in the house. So let's read it together. Dear Karen, welcome home. We were very busy today. Jeff ironed the clothes. Chris emptied the trash. Sharon mopped the floor. Ben vacuumed the rug and dusted the furniture. The house is clean for you. I cooked dinner. There is food on the stove. Your tired husband, Lucas. Okay, so we have a lot of words that are in past tense. I'm going to use this pink marker to look for all of the words in past. So let's see, past tense. First, we have the word were. And then we have ironed, emptied, mopped, vacuumed, dusted, cooked. All of these words are in past tense. So let's look at this word first. The word were. What is this in present tense? What is the word were in present tense? Well, let's see. In past tense, it's the word were. In present tense, it's the word are. We are, we were. This is rule number 1. And rule number 1 is for irregular verbs. So, the first word we have here is we were. This is the past tense of the word are. Up next, we have the word ironed. Ironed, we know is past tense because it ends with the letters E and D. Iron, ED, ironed. Ironed. What does ironed mean? Let's see. Do we have a... Yeah. So, I'm looking on lesson B. We have a picture of an iron here and some clothes. So when you iron something, you put the clothes on a table and you use this machine to take out all the wrinkles to make it nice and straight. We make the clothes clean with an iron. Here's another picture of an iron. This is an iron for clothes. Okay? Chris emptied the trash. Emptied. Emptied ends with I-E-D. Emptied. In past tense, it's emptied. In present tense, it's empty. So this is rule number 2. Rule number 2 is when the word ends with the letter Y. So we change the letter Y to I-E-D. Empty becomes emptied. Mopped. Sharon mopped the floor. This word has ed at the end. So if we take out ed, we have the word mop in present tense. Vacuumed. Same thing. We have ed at the end. Without ed, it's just vacuum. This is in present tense. Vacuumed is in past tense. Dusted and cooked are the same. They're regular verbs. Dust is present. Dusted is past. Cook, cooked. So now I want you to answer all of the questions here. Okay, on the next page, we're going to learn about household objects. Objects. Another word for object is things. Objects means things. Household means in the house. Household means in the house. So household objects are things in the house. Household objects are things in the house. So number 1, we have a sponge. So this is a sponge. What verbs, what actions can we do with a sponge? We can wash or clean with a sponge. So these words are in present. I'm going to write them in past too. Washed and cleaned. These two words are regular. They use rule number 4, where you add ed to the end. Washed and cleaned. Rule number 4, you write ed at the end of the word. So with a sponge, you can wash or you can clean something. All of the words are right here. Number 2, we have a mop. A mop. You use a mop to clean the floor with water. So, a mop you can clean or you can mop the floor. You can clean the floor or you can mop the floor. And in past tense, this word is mopped. Number 3 is a vacuum cleaner. So with a vacuum cleaner, you can vacuum. Or if you write it in past tense, you vacuumed. So let's practice saying this word. Vacuum. Vacuum. This word is a vacuum cleaner. Number 4. Number 4 is a dustpan. A dustpan is when you sweep the floor with a broom, all of the dust on the floor, you sweep it onto the dustpan and then you put it in the trash. Number 5, an iron. Here we say an iron because if a noun, if a thing starts with a vowel, here the vowel is I. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. These are called vowels. These letters are vowels. So if a word, if a noun starts with a vowel, the word a becomes the word an. So we say an iron. So with an iron, you can iron clothes. Or in past tense, you say ironed. So the way to pronounce this word is iron. Maybe? Iron? I don't know. Iron. Number 6 is a broom. Number 6 is a broom. With a broom, you can sweep. What's the past tense of the word sweep? So, this is the word sweep in present. Sweep is irregular. It's rule number 1. So it's on the list of irregular verbs. Let's look for sweep. Sweep is right here. In present tense, it's sweep. In past tense, swept. So in present tense, we say sweep. In past tense, it is swept. Number 7 is a stove. This is the stove here. The stove is the part you cook with. And down here we have the oven. An oven. Here is where you bake with. So, a stove. What do you do on a stove? You cook. What's the past tense of the word cook? Cooked. With ed. Cooked. Number 8, a lawnmower. What do you do with a lawnmower? You cut grass. You cut grass. What's the past tense of the word cut? The word cut is irregular, so let's use the list of irregular verbs. Here's the word cut in present tense. In past tense, it's cut. It stays the same. So the word cut is in present and past. Cut, cut, same. And number 9 is a bucket. A bucket. So you can use a bucket to hold water. So what do you do with a bucket? You clean, or maybe you mop. So a mop and a bucket go together. A broom and a dustpan go together. A bucket, you can also use a bucket with a sponge. So maybe you're cleaning your car or your windows. You can use a sponge and a bucket. So let's practice writing with past tense and household objects. Let's start with number 1, a sponge. So what can you do with a sponge? You can wash or you can clean. So I'm going to write, when I find a marker, okay, I'm going to write in present tense actually. I wash the car with a sponge. So my sentence is, I wash the car with a sponge. Now I want you to write this sentence in past tense. So write this sentence in past tense. What word do we change? We change the vowel. We changed the verb, sorry. We changed the verb wash. We changed the action word. So we say, I wash. Okay, the word wash. Let's use the 4 rules. Rule number 1. Is the word wash irregular? No. Okay. Number 2. Does the word wash end with the letter Y? No. 3. Does wash end with E? No. So we add ED. We add the letters E, D. I washed the car with a sponge. I washed the car with a sponge. Now let's do number 2, a mop. This one I will write in past tense. I mopped the floor with a mop. So, I mopped the floor with a mop. So, the pink words are the action words. The pink words are the verbs, the action words. The green words are the household objects. The green words are the tools I use to wash or mop. The green words are the tools. And then I want to do number 6. I want to use a broom. So I say, I swept the floor with a broom. I swept the floor with a broom. So the verb is swept. And the tool I used, the household object, is a broom. Okay, so I want you to write sentences in past tense for a vacuum cleaner, an iron, and a lawnmower. So number 3, number 5, and number 8. I want you to write one sentence, like the same sentences here.